Hey there everybody, Kevin Anthony here. In this video, I am going to be talking about the real reasons why she is withholding sex. But before I do that, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Doing so greatly helps the channel. I can see that a lot of the people who watch my videos are not actually subscribed to the channel. I am on a push to 100,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate your help getting there. So if you are not subscribed, please do so. Okay, I did a video a little while back titled something along the lines of why women stop giving you sexual attention in long-term relationships. And I had a lot of good reasons in that video, so if you haven't watched that one, please go check it out. But I recently did an interview on the Love Lab podcast with a psychologist named Sulanda Smith, and it was a fascinating conversation. It's episode 281. Please go check that out. I will link that in the description as well. And she gave a few more reasons why women withhold sex that were not on my original list. I'm actually going to go over all the reasons that she gave. Some of them will be the same as the other video, and some of them will not be. Number one, medical conditions. She may have a medical condition she may or may not even know about. And this was something interesting. So Sulana, speaking from a woman's point of view, was indicating that there can be medical conditions that cause problems that women may not be aware of. So they're not even aware that that is the reason why they're withholding sex. Sometimes they may be aware and they haven't addressed it yet. Number two, her body is changing. Now, I talked about this one in the last video. I talked about how bodies change when they get older. The thinning of the lining of the vagina can happen. So there are things like that. But Sulana brought up that even pregnancy, pre-pregnancy and post-pregnancy can have an effect as well. There can be all kinds of physical changes happening in the body at different points in life that can affect her ability to either have or want to have sex. Number three is they're not getting their needs met. I absolutely talked about this one in the last video. It could be their sexual needs or even their emotional needs, which we'll get to in just a moment. Okay, next, you are not following through and being consistent. This is something that Sulana and I talked a lot about. A woman's attraction to you has a lot more to do with other things than just your looks. So you may be very good looking, you may have a beautiful penis, but she's going to want more than just that. And for a woman, you keeping your word, doing what you say you're going to do, following through and doing so consistently has a really big impact on her attraction to you. So if you are not following through and if you are not following through consistently, there is a good chance that she might just start to lose the attraction to you. Next one is she is not physically attracted to you anymore. I talked about this one as well. But it was interesting to hear it from a woman's point of view, as Sulana was mentioning that, sometimes guys will let themselves go and women simply aren't attracted to them anymore. And it's interesting because we tend to think of that as being the opposite. The fear always is that the man's not going to be attracted to the woman anymore. And at least that's a big fear that many women have. But it really works the other way around also. I am a huge proponent of making sure that you are being healthy, living a healthy lifestyle, looking the best that you can, grooming yourself, taking care of yourself, dressing well, not just for your partner, but also for yourself. But it is important that you do the things that your partner likes, the things that attract them to you. Next one is punishment. So she may be mad at you for a particular reason. Maybe you weren't following through. Maybe you haven't been consistent. Maybe, you did something you said you wouldn't do. There could be a lot of reasons that she may potentially be angry with you, and she may use sex as a way to punish you. Next one is there's no emotional connection. So I started to talk about this in the beginning. It is entirely possible that the emotional connection that she needs to bond with you in that very intimate physical way simply isn't there anymore. Maybe it was there in the beginning and it's not there anymore, but for whatever reason, it's not there anymore. And that is going to be a necessary component for her to really connect with you. And the last one, mental health issues. There can be issues such as depression, sadness, grief. All of these things can interfere with her desire to have sex with you. So there you go. That is an update to my previous video with a little bit more information. So if you are in a relationship and you are trying to figure out why your woman doesn't want to have sex with you anymore, watch this video, watch the other video, ask a lot of questions. And as I always like to say, and I said in the podcast with Sulanda, ask your partner, what is in the way? Figure out which one of these things is in the way and do your best to remedy it.